Wanna be your lover, I will understand you, baby. Wanna be your lover, I will understand you, baby. Wanna be your lover, I will understand you, baby. Wanna be your lover, I will understand you, baby. Good morning, everybody. It is your girl, your diva in knowledge, Lady Mocha, representing Mocha's Cafe de Paris. I know today is Monday, so everybody has to get their minds mentally reprogrammed to get ready to battle another week. Hopefully, God gives you the grace to endure it and to get through it. I thought it was very imperative that I did this particular content this morning due to the fact that I'm starting to notice that there's a lot of content creators on YouTube, men and women, that are using an approach that's starting to manipulate a lot of Black women. And if you don't have wisdom and knowledge, you won't be able to read in between the lines. Was I'm starting to notice is that there's a lot of YouTube content creators, both men and women, that are acting as if they're so pro Black women. And I notice in a lot of instances, other people such as myself who have channels that don't seem to favor Black women as much. A lot of us we don't get the right perceptions because we're not always given content that sisters would love to hear, especially if it's not something that's always encouraging, something that's always uplifted. So a lot of times when content creators are not always saying something that us as Black women want to hear, we automatically think that that content creator um doesn't have good intentions for us. But what a lot of women are not understanding, particularly Black women, because like I said, I'm a Black woman myself, is that you have a lot of these content creators that are trying to profit off of your emotions. And if you're not wise and if you don't read in between the lines, you would definitely think they have your best intentions because their content seems to always favor you. And when I say seems, that's exactly what I mean. Some of these content creators will get on a platform and act like they are for Black women just because they're saying everything we want to hear. Um, they let us call in on their platforms. A lot of topics they do is against the opposite sex, other Black men. And again, a lot of the times, if you are female, it's easy to get pimped by your emotions. It's very easy because women, we love for people to make us feel worthy. We love for people to make us feel important and for people to make us feel validated. And if we go to a channel and that channel is not doing that, that channel is giving us constructive criticism. That channel is kind of, going in pretty strong on us, but they're giving us something that's edifying, something that's going to help us to grow. We're not willing to receive it as we would somebody who's pretty much pampering our emotions and saying, you know, I'm for black women. My channel is for black women. I'm all for black women. I make sure they do whatever content they do basically is to pamper our emotions, is to stroke our ego. And if you're not wise and you don't read in between the lines, you'll think because a person is giving content for black women, you'll really think they are for black women. And that is not the truth. Just because somebody is telling you something you want to hear and it sounds good and it makes you feel good for that moment, that does not mean they have your best interests at heart. Because what has happened is a lot of these guys and a lot of these ladies on YouTube have learned that all I got to do is pamper a woman's emotions and she's going to buy into my channel. She's going to buy into my content. And it's not just YouTube creators. If these people are learning to play on the weaknesses of black women, okay? If it's not their channel, they will have a book saying, okay, I'm selling books for black women who've been dogged, who've been mistreated, who've been spit on. I'm selling books for $11.99. And because women, we are emotional human beings, we'll go purchase into these products that's playing on our emotions because that person is saying what we want to hear. That person is stroking our ego. When a lot of women are not catching on that, every YouTube content creator, just because they're saying they're for black women, just because their content is mostly about bashing everyone who is against black women, that don't mean they are for you, ladies, just because their content is for black women and all about black women. What has happened is people have gotten wise to playing to profiting off of black women's emotions. They know all they got to do is say something to make us feel good, and we're going to support them. What's up, Samuel? Good morning to everybody that's in the live chat room. Sisters, y'all got to be wise. Stop thinking because some of these brothers and some of these sisters got content, they platform is all about, they're giving you content to make you feel good. You being that you're a black woman, I'm going to support you. I'm going to make sure most of my content is for you. A lot of it is a bunch of bull. And what's happening is the YouTube streets, y'all, have gotten smart with profiting off us as black women. They have gotten smart at profiting off of your emotions. Because what has happened, ladies, a lot of us have gone through so much. We are reaching out any way we can for somebody to fulfill our emotional needs. So when these pro-women brothers come up with this content and act like they have so much good interest for us. Yeah, this is my channel. I'm for black women. I'm all for black women. You can come here and feel welcome. It has nothing to do with that. What has happened is they are profiting off of our emotions. They are pimping off of our emotions. So if you're not wise, you're not going to read in between the lines. You're going to think because this brother or because this sister, her content is all about bashing black men or all about putting black women on a pedestal, you would think she have your best interests at heart. Let me tell you something. It's called being an emotional salesman, meaning I got to sell your emotions. I got to profit off of your emotions. I have to say whatever makes you feel good to buy into my brand, to buy, to get you to subscribe to my channel. If I want to increase some likes, all I have to do is say what you want to hear. And just because a person is saying what you want to hear, that don't mean that you have your best interest. Just because somebody's content is a little stronger and they may come in a little hard on you and they may do content for Black women that may seem a little harsh, but if it has some truth to it, that's what you need to be focusing on as a woman. Go on truth. Don't go off of your emotions, ladies. Don't just because this person has a channel and they're saying nothing but good stuff about Black women, that how's that helping you grow if they're only telling you great things about you? Because the truth of the matter is none of us are great, including myself, meaning that we have flaws, we have issues, we have things we need to work on. And it's getting on my nerves because we got too many females and guys that's doing a lot of, I don't want to say butt kissing is a little kind of kindergarten. It's another word I'm looking for, but it's too many YouTube creators that's trying too hard to win us Black women over. And the problem is this is too many sisters wearing a blindfold to it and they not catching on. What's up, Priest Brooklyn? Good morning. Good morning to everybody. But everyone who's coming in, this message is for Black women that's allowing these pro women content creators to profit off of their emotions. And the reason I'm doing this content is because there's too many sisters that are falling for it. Thinking because some of these guys on YouTube and some of these ladies on YouTube, most of their content is for Black women and about Black women. They really think these people have their interests at heart. They don't have their interests at heart. They know that what has happened is these YouTube creators have gotten smart. They know how to get donations. They have learned the strategy to getting donations. They have learned the strategy to getting likes. They have learned the strategy to getting subscribers increase. They have learned that all I got to do is tell a woman whatever she wants to hear. All I have to do is tell her that, you know what, no matter what these other men no matter what these other men have to say, on these YouTube streets, I'ma support you, I'ma back you up, I'ma stroke your ego, I'ma make you feel good about yourself. Now, keep in mind, I understand that there are some YouTube content creators that do go in really harsh on us, that just drag us through the mud, and but I get it. And sometimes it can be discouraging as a Black woman when you hear all of these other man cave channels who just have a field day on doing their panels and just going in on sisters all the time. Now, I understand some people take it a little too far, but at the same time, women, don't be fooled because you got some of these guys, because I'm starting to notice a lot of men are trying to cater to women's emotions on YouTube channels. They're up here saying, my channel's for Black women, my channel is about Black women, my channel. They will give you this welcoming invitation that they're all for you, when really what's happening is women, we are emotional creatures. If somebody knows how to tie into our emotions, we will buy whatever they are selling us. And you have to be wise and you have to have wisdom and knowledge, ladies, just because somebody's telling you what they want to hear. And I'm not knocking anybody in particularly. I'm not calling nobody out. I just don't want Black women being blind and thinking that just because somebody does content for Black women or they channel, they seem to be so welcoming to Black women, that don't mean they have your best interest. You know what I mean? That's kind of like if we working on the same job together and I want to win you over, I want to get in your position. I definitely want to get to where you are. Of course, I'm going to tell you what you want to hear to make you feel comfortable with me so you can buy into the lies that I'm feeding you. And women, we have always brought into lies, down to men manipulating us. A man could sit up there and tell you you look good, even though you look a hot ass mess, but because you love compliments, you'll go for it because it sounds good. And women, we need to get out of that mode of being gullible and naive. We're getting too old for that. We're getting too old to still have mind like little girls and still be believing everything that these guys are feeding us. What's up? Wake the hell up, 7. Appreciate you. I get tight though watching the Tommy cater to angry men. Yeah, and I get that, priest. And the thing is, I'm not, and I want everybody to understand, I'm not for guys who just drag black women through the mud. I don't want anybody to think that I'm co-signing on that, because I don't like when black women drag black men through the rug. I don't like it either way it goes. I don't support it. I don't support these channels that go that I don't support these man cave channels that just drag black women through the mud, but at the same time I don't support these sisters who drag black men through the mud, because my thing is, it is not fair for anybody to put a group of people into the same box. I have a problem with that. You don't put everybody in the same box. I don't care if we all got the same color. All black women are not the same, and all black men are not the same. I don't like that, period. On either way, I don't care for it. You know what I mean? Because all of us got things we have to work on as a man. It's things that you men have to work on within yourselves, and it's things that women, as black women, we have to work on within ourselves. Neither one of us is greater than the other. We all have struggles. We all have faults. We all have flaws. We all are maturing. We all got strengths in some areas, and we all have weaknesses in some areas. So I'm not for either one. I don't like black women talking about black men like they dogs, because every brother she met, based on her poor ass lack of decisions and judgment, she wants to label all brothers as no good ass dudes. I don't like stuff like that, and I'm not going to support stuff like that, because that's not right. You don't go around coaching these other sisters. Don't go on your panel coaching all these other sisters about how they need to swirl and how they need to do this. I don't like people like that. Don't influence people based on dumbass stuff you did in the past. Nobody got nothing to do. Nobody got nothing to do with what you've been through. Nobody got nothing to do with the poor choices you made in life. Don't get on these panels influencing other sisters who may stand a chance of making a better choice than you did. And the same thing with these brothers. Don't get on these channels with these other black men dogging all black women because your baby mama been taking you to child support, making your life miserable. Don't put all of us as black women in that same box. We got nothing to do with the black women you chose. Maybe you chose the wrong type of black women. You don't sit up there and put everybody in one box. I don't like stuff like that. I think it's petty. I think it's immature. You don't group people based on your own personal negative experiences. Just because dating black women didn't go right for you, don't discourage the next brother who could be blessed with a black woman that can build him and grow him and get him to the next level in life. Know how I know? Because I'm a black woman and I've been with my husband for 19 years. I supported him when he didn't have his business. All sisters out here ain't gold digging. All sisters out here ain't looking for a come up. So I got a problem where you have brothers who go on this panel trying to put all women on the same category, because that's not true. And I have the same problem with women who want to sit up here, because women, one thing about us women, we can easily manipulate other women. A woman can manipulate a woman anytime she wants, based on her emotional mindset. And what I mean by that, if there's any real sisters out there who would be willing to co-sign, women, we know how to play on each other's emotions. For instance, if I'm in a pissy ass mood and I'm going through problems with my husband or whatever, we're going through a rough patch in our marriage. My girlfriend calls me, okay? She's going through a moment in her relationship. She's calling me because she wants my encouragement. She wants my advice about something, because sisters, women, we lean on each other. That's our way of bonding. That's our way of sisterhood, even though there's no real sisterhood these days. But that's our way of bonding. She reaches out to me and say, hey, Mocha, I'm going through this in my marriage right now. I'm thinking about leaving my husband. Based on how some of these sisters operate, I don't operate like this, but some women, depending on what they're going through at that moment and their emotional state of mind, they're not going to give another woman the right type of advice. In other words, if she's miserable and catching hell in her household and another sister's reaching out to her, she's not going to give that sister the best advice. You know why? Because right now, women, when we are in an emotional state of mind, we don't give people the right advice. We don't. Very rarely are we going to be honest and say, you know what, girl, I would love to give you some advice, but let me tell you something. I'm in a pissy ass move right now. Things not going right in my life. If I give you some advice, it's not going to be from the right place because I'm not where I need to be. Right now, I'm feeling kind of miserable. I'm not feeling too good about my situation. If I give you any advice right now, it's going to be some shitty ass advice. I'm just saying, I'm not doing good right now in my marriage. I'm miserable, this and that. Get back at me when I'm in a better state of mind. Because right now, I'm not going to give you the right advice because I'm in a pissy mood. I'm going through it. And I'm going to give you advice based on my emotional state of being at the moment. And a lot of women do that crap. That's why, as women, as Black women, you have to be careful who you let put poison in your ear, because sometimes women are giving you advice based on the misery she's going through at the moment. And again, it takes wisdom and knowledge to be wise and discern that. But if you're already miserable, 9 times out of 10, you're going to reach out to another miserable sister because you need somebody to comfort your misery. Because again, misery likes company. King Murphy, what's up? Thank you for coming in. That's the problem. A lot of women who are single because they just no good. They always interfere with women with a good man all the time. Absolutely. But that's where women, we have to have discernment at. My single girlfriend should not be able to manipulate me into making a decision. At the end of the day, I'm a grown woman. Nobody can't force me to do something I don't want to do unless it's in me to do it. And a lot of times, as women, we already be having our mind made up about what we want to do anyway. You just want somebody to co-sign on it. You just want somebody to help boost your ego to do it. 9 times out of 10, when we reach out to each other, we already know what we want to do. But what it is, we call that certain girlfriend who we know is going to give us that advice we want to hear. Every woman has that one girlfriend, that one ratchet sister that will get crunk the moment you tell her, hey, I want to cuss this man out, I want to do this, I want to do that. Yeah, girl. I go ahead, do that. Cuss him out, get him right together. We all got that one girlfriend who we want to call to get crunk. And then there's that one sensible sister that will say, you know what? Don't do that, sis. It ain't worth it. Think about it right now. You mad? Calm down. Get yourself together. Don't go bother him right now, because you're going to make matters worse. So we already know who to call when we really want to get it turned up. What's up, Uptown? Thank you for coming in this morning. I get chastised about talking about Black men who speak poorly of Black women. People take it as a dislike Black men when that's not the case. Don't drag us because you feel powerful, entitled to. And that's why I'm doing this content, because uh as Black women, we need to be careful who we allow to profit off of our emotions. Now, keep in mind, like I stated earlier, just one moment, y'all. I got this quick call. Okay, yeah, I'm back. Apologize about that. Yeah, this is the purpose of me doing this content, because as I mentioned earlier, I don't like the fact that any of these panels are using their power to their advantage. Because the problem is, you have these predominantly these female platforms where they are always going in on the brothers, because it makes them feel powerful, and it makes them feel like they're getting a cheerleading team. Because as women, we know how to play on off each other's emotions. So you have a lot of these female content creators that love to do their channels based specifically on dragging black men. I don't care for sisters who do stuff like that, because what she's doing is she's allowing her personal pain, she's using that to profit off of these other sisters who have gone through similar struggles or either worse struggles. I don't care for women who do that no more than I care for men who have these man cave channels and want to get on these panels and drag black women and talk bad about black women. I don't care for either one. I don't like when black men do it, and I don't like when black women do it. Instead of us trying to earn subscribers by dragging the opposite sex and bashing the opposite sex, if anything, what these men and women should be doing is they should be coming together for the black community, so black women can learn about black men and black men can learn about black women. That is what they're supposed to be doing. But they know if they do it like that, they're not going to get that many subscribers, because what the thing is, people are drawn to negativity. I'm not going to come to your channel if you're talking too much positivity, because it's not entertaining enough. And like I said, it's both. To everybody in the chat room, it's both of them doing it. It's black men and it is black women. Both of them are doing it, so we don't even have to argue or debate about that. Both black men and black women, both of them are doing that mess, okay? And I'm not going to name any names. Y'all already know who they are. If you don't know who they are, it's kind of like this. If you want to hear a message about black women that ain't no good, that ain't worth nothing, you know who channel to go to hear that. Y'all already know. No one has to, I don't have to mention no names. If you want to go to a all-male channel that drags black women through the mud all day, you already know where to go. You already know who to see. Now, as a black woman, if you want to go to a channel that's going to drag black men, tell you to date outside your race, tell you black men ain't no good, you already know what sister to go see for that. Y'all already know where to go. So we don't have to debate about that. It's men and women doing it. This is my point of the matter. This is what I'm trying to make y'all understand. That's why it's about having wisdom and knowledge. Stop letting these channels profit off of your emotions. That's the whole thing. If you are a black man and you are bitter about black women because you've had bad experiences with black women, whether it was your own mother who gave birth to you, rather if because you grew up in a house full of sisters who were whorish and had all kind of men in and out the house, when you being a man, you being the male of the house, you witnessed this. Maybe it's things as a black man you have witnessed other black women do that make you look at black women in a negative light. You may have to do some soul searching, reach back into your childhood and do some self-evaluation. Think about the experiences you have had with black women that make you hate black women so much. Maybe your mama didn't love you enough. Maybe, like I said, you done seen your sisters, your bigger sisters hoard and was promiscuous. It put a negative image in your mind about how you perceive black women. Okay, maybe your baby mama, the first woman you had a child from, made your life miserable as hell. And maybe that has really enhanced your hatred toward black women. Whatever your reasons may be, if you really look into your past, you'll realize it's personal things that make you feel the way that you feel about black women. And until you do some soul searching as a black man, you're going to stay bitter and you're going to support these brothers who hate black women. You know why? Because it has, these channels have become a blanket to your pain. These men are profiting. These men that are profiting off of your emotions, brother, because they know the reason they know you have animosity towards a black woman, so they're going to keep feeding you negative images about black women. So if you keep buying into that, guess what? You're never going to grow. You're going to stay angry. You're going to stay bitter about black women. And all you're doing is making yourself mentally sick by feeding into this. And these brothers are scorned, because let's not get it twisted. There's some black scorned men out here like there are some black scorned women. Let's not act like being scorned is only a black woman's disease. Okay? Because we got some black scorned brothers out here, got burnt by one or two sisters, and now they hating all sisters for it. So let's not act like getting scorned is just something black women, it's only a black women's disease. What's up, Rep? Thank you for coming in this morning. I appreciate you. King Murphy says, that's true for real, because my mama almost did that to me. I almost hated black women. See, I thank you. Thank you, King Murphy. Good morning, Sadia. Didn't see you. Thank you for being one of those brothers that's being honest. That say, you know what, Mocha? I realize I got a problem with black women because of what I went through with my mother. I thank you for co-signing on that, because you already, now you have an epiphany. Now you can be healed. Now your perspective about black women will change because you know where it came from. Once it's been revealed, once the hatred has been revealed, now you can be healed. So now that you know that, you know what you have to work on. And I'm not going to ridicule you or bash you upside your head. I'm just glad I shedded some light on you today. And I hope I'm doing that for somebody else in here. A lot of the hatred we have towards each other, black men and black women, is because of personal bull crap. And now that I done got on my brothers, let me get on you sisters. A lot of you sisters got these hate black women channel, all because y'all did not make the best of decisions with black men. And what has happened, women, is it has made you bitter and it has made you hateful. And the truth of the matter is, you are not the only sister that's in our boat. It's a lot of sisters in that boat with you, which is why they go and support your channel with all the negativity. They go to your channel, they subscribe, they want to hear you talk bad about bad. They want to hear, you have some of these scorned sisters, they want to hear another sister talk reckless about black men because they need somebody to validate their emotions. They want somebody to nurse their negative emotions. That is what they want. So like I said, today it's not about it's the black men who got these panels that are doing it. It's the black women. It's both. It is both. We don't have to go back and forth about that. Samuel says, I don't even listen to that mess. Yes, it is negative energy, because let me tell you something. When you go to these channels that bash black men or bash black women, what they're doing is they're feeding into a dark space in your life. And they will pamper, they will play you on your emotions. And a lot of y'all are buying into these channels, these pro men and pro women black channels. Y'all buying into it because the truth of the matter is you are still in pain and you are still hurting, and you want somebody to keep pampering your boo-boos. It's kind of like if a child falls and that child bruises their knee, and you notice how a child will keep crying as long as they know that mother is going to come and say, oh, poor baby, what's the matter with mama, baby? You notice how a child will keep crying because they want that parent to keep catering to them. They want that parent to keep pampering their boo-boos. You know, that's the problem. We got a lot of grown-ass men and grown-ass women. Y'all still pissed about stuff that happened in your life 20, 30 years ago. That first black boyfriend of yours who broke your heart, took your virginity, and left you. Or that first baby mama that gave you a child and made your life miserable because she took you to child support. A lot of y'all giving advice to our brothers and sisters based on your own pain. And you can hear the pain that some of these brothers and sisters put in their content. Listen to the tone of their voice. Listen how strong they go in. Yeah, black women ain't this. Black women, listen to their tone. That's anger. That's hurt. And a tone that's hurt. Somebody did them in and they never got past it. And they up here profiting off of your emotions because they know how to say stuff to make you, to help you to hate what you already hating. Yeah, black women ain't this, black women ain't that. All these hair had holes and this and that. If you listen, be smart, use your wisdom. Don't listen to what they say. Listen to how they say it. Because they still didn't get past a black woman who burnt them, and they taking it out on all black women. And it's these gullible brothers that's supporting these brothers and falling for it. And you thinking this brother really for you. He ain't for you. He just a brother in pain that's profiting off of your pain. Oh, hello. Now I just gave y'all some knowledge on that one. A brother that's in pain gonna profit off your pain. A sister that's in pain gonna profit off your pain. These sisters be going on here doing these channels talking about black men ain't this and black men ain't that. No, she's a sister in pain and she needs you to join her campaign of pain. Now, if that's not, I just schooled y'all on what's really going on here. People want you to campaign in on their pain. They still dealing with hurt. They still dealing with things that happened to them in the past, and they have not let it go. They ain't got past it. So stop falling for the negativity. Now, keep in mind, don't fall for these channels too that act like they support black women. Just because they say, oh, black men, we need to love our black women more. Because let me tell you something, that's the new thing now. Now you got some brothers that are having these contents acting like they for black women. And they're not for you, ladies. They for you subscribing. And therefore you donating. That's what they're for. So don't think because people are saying nice things, they have your best interest. Because what's happening is a lot of these guys, what I'm starting to notice, y'all, in the YouTube streets, some of these men are running away from these other channels where men are bashing black women because they see the negativity that some of these black male commentators are getting for talking so ill and badly about black women. So what they doing is they playing it smart. They saying if I make my channel seem like I'm for black women and I support black women and I love black women, all the women, they're going to come to my channel. Ladies, stop falling for it. If a brother is always saying something good or a sister always saying something good, you know that's phony. Think about it. That's like having a homeboy or homegirl. Every time you come to them for advice, they never got no real genuine advice. It's always about, oh girl, you look good today. Oh girl, you're doing great today. If somebody could constantly compliment you, it's phony. It's phony because everybody not gonna like a real friend. Not gonna like everything that you do. A real friend gonna check you and say, you know what, girl, you need to get together, or you know what, dude, you need to get together. I'm not falling for these brothers that act like they care so much for black women. Doing is they're profiting off your emotions. So at the same time, even though I understand, ladies, you don't want to support these brothers who talk ill and foul of black women. I get it. I'm not supporting them either. But don't be quick to support these guys that act like they so humble and loving and caring when it comes to black women. Because what they're doing is they're profiting off of your emotions. They know if they act like they love you, they care about you. And some of these black men go so far as to they do some of these videos saying, yeah, as a black woman, you need to be a queen. You need to be treated like a queen. You need to be treated like a princess. Okay, that's fine that you're telling me that, brother. But when if I'm not one of those women that's carrying myself like a queen or carrying myself like a princess, then the advice you're giving me is not really effective. And as black women, we need to know when somebody, even if somebody's giving us constructive criticism, as long as they're giving it to us from the heart and from a good place, and they're not being disrespectful by calling you out your name, then trust and believe that person has good intentions. If they're giving you advice that may be a little strong, but it's real and it's something you could grow from, those are the channels you need to be supporting. Don't be supporting these channels where these brothers be buttering you up like you a biscuit. Because a lot of these brothers are learning how to butter us women up into subscribing to their channel. What's up, Sister Crystal? It's good to see you again. The purpose of this content is Black women. Don't let these pro-women creators profit off your emotions. Just because somebody creates a channel that acts like they support Black women, and yeah, Black women, you're beautiful, you're queens, you're princesses, you're loving, you're woman of the earth. Just because it sounds good, that don't mean they're coming from a good place. They're trying to earn subscribers. They're trying to get you to donate. And even if they're not literally asking for donations, they know if they say enough to make you feel like they're for you, eventually you will donate. You know, and the same thing for these sisters that sit up here and have panels and act like they all for Black women. Let me tell you something. Sisters ain't all, just because a woman is a Black woman, that don't mean she has your favor, sis. That don't mean she for you, sis. I can get on here on my panel and I could reach out to my sisters and do a content on how Black men ain't this and Black men ain't that and Black men ain't no good. But guess what? I could be saying that because I want you to donate to my channel, because I want you to buy into my brand. I'm not telling you that because I care for you, or I want to see you grow, or I want to see you get to a new level in life. I want to change your perspective so you can get to a newer level, a higher level in life. I could be telling you what you want to hear because I want you to donate. I want to profit off of your emotions. I want you to subscribe. I want you to bring other sisters onto my channel that's just as emotionally damaged as you are, because it's easily to get an emotionally damaged woman's attention. A woman that's been emotionally damaged, you can easily get her attention. You can easily tell her anything and then make her feel good. Rep says at the end of the day, a man or woman knows the difference between right and wrong. Some are just attention seekers. Absolutely, Rep. Absolutely. All day long. That and that's what I'm saying to all of you subscribers. Do not be gullible. Before you subscribe to these channels, make sure these people have your best interests at heart. Before you go donating to these channels, make sure you have your best interests at heart. Just because there's another brother out there talking bad about Black women and you feel like you can relate, you in your mind, you may feel like this brother gets me. This brother understands me. He knows all Black women ain't this and Black. I'm a subscribe to him. I'm a support his movement because he could relate to my pain. No, what he's doing is he's profiting off of your pain. Same thing with your ladies. You want to go to another woman's channel because she bashes Black men and talk reckless and bad about bad men. You thinking, oh, this sister gets me. She understands me. Finally, there's a Black woman who could relate to my pain as a Black woman. We will go support these sisters that encourage and our pain. Yeah, we don't need to deal with Black women. We need to start, Black men. We need to date outside our race. All of this, she's profiting off your pain. She knows that if she can profit off of you by relating to your pain, that's a benefit to her channel. That's a benefit. It's no different if I want to reach the attention of those who who may have an issue with people dating outside their race. What's up, Gigi? Good morning, good to see you. If I know there's a lot of people against interracial dating and I want more subscribers, I want more donations, guess what? I'm gonna speak on that. A lot of y'all subscribers, y'all are getting played with these content creators. If you like drama, guess what? They're going to produce to you drama. If you're a Black woman and can't stand Black men, guess what? These people, these women or these men who have channel that's against black men, they're going to make a sale off of you. They're going to profit off of you. If you are a black man and you cannot stand black women, guess what? These content creators that have negative content about black women, they're going to profit off of you. They're going to make a living off of your emotions. It's time for us to wake up and smell the coffee. Stop thinking because people up here talking about something that could relate to your pain, that they understand you. No, they trying to get in your pockets. And stop falling for these brothers that act like they love black women so much. They act like they support us. No, they want you to support them. They need your donations, sweetie. They need you to bring your other lonely, miserable girlfriends on. Hey, girl, Keisha, go to so-and-so channel, girl. He really supports us black women. He's really for us black women. Go and subscribe to him. He don't care nothing about you like that. He knows that one thing about it, black women, we are always seeking somebody to pamper our emotions. We are. So anybody that gravitates towards us emotionally, we're going to automatically think they have the best interests at heart. Black women, just because a brother has a channel telling you he supports black sisters, no, that's his way of getting you to support his brand. Of course he's going to say that. Of course. And he may even go so far as to, he may have another black woman come on his channel just to make all you black female subscribers believe that he is for us. He got her on there as a display item to manipulate the rest of you gullible sisters to subscribe to him. And that's how it boils down to. Uptown says any race can be grimy, regardless of your. It's just easy to bring this up in your skin. Absolutely, Uptown, and that's why and this is the reason why I want ladies. I want the ladies, and I want the men in here to understand. As subscribers, go to a channel that's going to give you wisdom and knowledge and give you truth. Don't go to a channel that's only supports your negative emotions and your negative prejudices and biases. Go to a channel that's going to help you to grow and make you look at things from a whole nother perspective. Even if it's not this channel, go to a channel, support a brother or a sister that don't have ill will. That's not all about, I got to say whatever the people want to hear so I can get more subscribers and I can get more donators. You know what I mean? I try to make sure here at my channel, I have a balance. You know, I try to support both. You know, I don't make my channel all about, okay, my channel only supports the black women who got so much against black men, or the black men who got so much against black women. You have a lot of these content creators that are profiting off of your emotions, and y'all are falling for it. Y'all quit to subscribe to these people channels because they saying something you want to hear and it sounds good. Every black man that says, I support black women, I'm for black women, come to my channel, you're welcome here. That don't mean he's really for you. He for how you're going to increase his channel. That's what it's about. And a lot of y'all do not see that. They don't want correct unless they say absolutely 7. Absolutely. So my thing is, if you have a sister or a brother that's going in pretty strong on you, in your mind, it may seem like he just being negative or she just being negative. You have to know when somebody is just being negative and when somebody is really speaking knowledge, because let me tell you something, knowledge is cutthroat. Truth is cutthroat. Truth is not going to always be polite, ladies and gentlemen. The truth hurts. And some of y'all cannot stand truth. So the moment y'all get truth, the first thing y'all want to say is somebody's being negative. And that's not true. You have to have enough wisdom and knowledge to know when somebody is belittling you and when somebody is giving you wisdom and knowledge. You have to know the difference between the two. The only channel I subscribe to and talk about my channels are outdoors. Yeah. Oh, no problem. I appreciate that, Rep. Yeah, I appreciate that. You got to see the reality to make corrections. Yeah, and for some people, they got to see the reality before they get a correction. Some people are built like that. Some people don't believe stuff until they see it. And some people are smart enough to know, wait a minute, you can already see before you get there, it's going to be a mess. I'm the kind of person, I've always been able to see stuff before it happened. I've never been one, damage have to happen for me to see the light. No, I can see before I go into something. Wait a minute, hold on, this don't look right. This ain't sitting well with me. But again, you have to have the spiritual of discernment, and you have to have wisdom and knowledge. That's the only way you're not going to go into situations without having to go through, experience the damage before you get corrected. What's up, Panther God? That's what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. Please stop going to these channels that's pampering your emotions. You have some women out here that have gone through so much pain in a relationship, that have gone through so many men, black men dogging them, that as soon as a brother or sister comes out with a channel and says, my channel is all about dragging black men, you're going to be the first to subscribe, because guess what? That person is profiting off your pain. That person is, if a person could cater to your pain, eventually they're going to profit off of it. Same thing with you men. If you've been through a lot of bad relationships with black women, as soon as a brother or a sister come out with a channel talking bad about black women, you're going to be the first one to subscribe to that channel, because in your mind, you're going to feel like, I can relate. I done had black women dog me out. Finally, there's a sister that gets me. Finally, there's a brother who gets me. They don't get you. They don't understand you. They don't care about understanding you. They want to profit off of your pain. If I could let another brother or another sister out there know that I can relate to being mistreated, I'm going to get more subscribers. My brand is going to increase more if I can profit off of your pain. You know, if it's kind of like, if I want to talk bad about black women all day long on my channel, I'm going to get brothers who can't stand black women. They're going to support my brand, because again, I'm catering to their pain. And as long as I cater to your pain, eventually I'm a profit off of it. Eventually you're going to donate. Eventually you're going to send other brothers to my channel. That's going to help my channel to increase. Same thing with women. As a woman, if my channel was about just dragging black men and talking bad and reckless about black men, all the sisters who can't stand a black man, better believe they're going to come flooding over here. They're going to be subscribing. They're going to be donating. I can do a book about black men ain't no good. I'm going to get most sisters that's going to buy that book. Then they buy their own kids a school book. Because again, people who are in pain, we want somebody to relate to our pain. We want somebody that's going to have pity on us. And that's where it derives from. Yes, it hurt me. Yeah, exactly. Like, and like I said, Rep, you know, the problem is we got a lot of hurt men and hurt women that have become YouTube content creators. They don't become, you got these men, like I said, you have these scorned brothers, because like I stated, it's not just black women who are scorned. You got some black men who are scorned. You got a brother out there who done been dogged by his baby mama, who had been dogged by other black women. He decides to do a channel based on how he feels about black women. And that's not fair. How dare you take your own negative experience and you want to poison all the other black men out there? You want to poison the black community based on your own personal hurts and pains. I mean, you chose to get baby you chose to get baby mama number 2, number 3, number 4. And you want to start a movement talking reckless about black women, all because you did not make the best decisions in choosing the woman you chose. It got nothing to do with her being a black woman. You just didn't choose the right woman. Okay? You ain't choose the right sister. Okay? So don't go taking that out on all black women. Stop making your channel based on all black women just because you had a few sisters who played you and used you and took advantage of you. And the same thing for you sisters out here. Don't be making these channels poisoning the poisoning mentality of other black women who are sincerely going to your channel because they want to learn from you. They need encouragement. You know, they need to be motivated. YouTube content creators, we need to stop abusing our power. Stop abusing your platform. You know, stop abusing it and misusing it. You know, you going through, you had a negative experience in your life. It's one thing if you want to share your experience as a testimony and you want people to learn from what you have gone through. Certain things I do on my channel, I share because I want women and men to learn from what I've gone through. But some of these black men and some of these black women, y'all take it too far. Y'all create these channels and y'all just really take things to the extreme. We drag each other through the mud. I'm just so tired of these black feminist channels talking reckless about all black men. Just because your baby daddy don't pay you no child support, or because your husband left you, or because your baby daddy left you, you are not giving these women advice from a good place. You are giving these women advice from a negative place. And it's these gullible sisters who are in pain who is buying into your fakery. They're buying into your channel. They're donating to you because you're feeding their pain. You're telling them what they want to hear. And as subscribers, again, you have to know when somebody is giving you a message to build you up or to benefit off of you. You have to know the difference, you know. And again, now I'm starting to see a new pattern here. And that's why I'm doing this content. You know, I'm seeing a new pattern. Some of these brothers, I'm kind of like this. I can respect these other men who got panels in a sense who do bash black women. I don't agree with them bashing black women, but if that's how they really feel, I can respect that versus a phony brother who's up here patting black women on their back saying, I love you, you're a queen, you're a princess, knowing he really don't feel that way. Does that make any sense to y'all in the chat room? I can respect a brother who's harsh and goes in on black women and don't have no filter for what he says about black women versus that one fake brother who will sit up there and be like, yes, black women, y'all are so wonderful, y'all are so great, and y'all are so, you know, y'all are queens, y'all are Nubian queens, and knowing he's lying. He don't feel that way. He's just saying that because he knows that is what we want to hear. I would rather a brother be rude and real than to be fake and pleasant. Don't sit up here acting like you support the sisters in the movement and you don't. You saying because you're trying to make money off of me. You playing with my emotions. I don't know about y'all. I don't like when somebody insults my intelligence. I'd rather a brother tell me I don't like black women. I can't stand black women. You know what? I'm going to give that brother props because at least he's being real and I know not to F with him like that. You get what I'm saying? I know, oh, don't go to his channel because he don't support us. That way, at least he's being real. I don't like these fake brothers that's acting like they for us and want us to come on their channel. And then some of them, they'll even invite other women on their panel. They'll invite other black women on their panel just so the other black sisters in the chat room will buy into the game. I'm telling you, it's a lot of these brothers now. They got a new trick for y'all. They acting like they for you now. So you can subscribe and you can donate. Don't fall for it. 7 says they love lies, Mocha. Yeah, women, we got to stop falling into the lies. Just because these brothers up here saying, I love black women, I adore black women. No, they're trying to get more subscribers. What they're doing is they're being salesmen. They're being salesmen. You ever went to like the mall or or a dealership? You know, when you go to a dealership and you buying a car for the first time, a salesman is going to ask you, you know how salesmen play you when you want to get a new car? Notice they won't go into right away telling you, oh, just buy this $20,000 car. No, salesman is going to be smooth. A salesman is first going to talk to you and find out your circumstance so they'll know what to sell you. A car salesman may say something as far as, okay, welcome to Toyota, welcome to Honda, welcome to Lexus dealership. What is it you're looking for? What kind of car you're looking for? And of course, you're going to say, well, you know, I'm just looking for, you know, a car that's within such and such amount of budget. Okay, well, let me ask you something. Do you have a family? Do you have kids? The salesman will ask you all of those questions because they want to know what to sell you. If I know you are a single mother and you have 4 or 5 kids, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna try to sell you a mini SUV. Or if you may say that SUV is too expensive, then I'm gonna try to sell you a nice mid-size sedan for you and all your 4 children. In other words, I'm going to sell to you what's going to accommodate you. And that is what's going on. A lot of these YouTube content creators, they are selling y'all. They are trying to buy y'all. These content creators are telling you what you want to hear. If you are a black man and you cannot stand black women, that content creator is going to try to get you to buy into his channel. He knows that if he talks negative about black women all the time, and because you can emotionally relate to his pain because you have had bad experiences with black women, you're going to be a supportive of his channel. You're going to be a supporter of his channel. Yeah, I don't do black women either. I can't stand black women either. And that's how this brother is profiting off you. He's profiting off your emotions because he knows that you have animosity towards black women. So if he has to talk negatively about black women to get you to subscribe, to get you to donate, to get the word around, hey, let me tell you something. Go to so-and-so channel. He gets these black women right together. He blah, blah, blah. You're going to go support that. Because you know why? That man, that negative content is catering to your negative emotions based on how you feel about black women. Exactly, Cornell. Thank you for coming in. Same thing with your sisters. I could make my channel all about hating black men. I could talk reckless about men who don't pay their child support, black men who dating outside of their race. It'd be the sisters that are butt hurt that's going to support my brand. All the sisters that are butt hurt and can't stand black women, black men, they gonna come to my channel. They be like, oh, yes, girl, preach, 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 Mocha. Tell them brothers about not paying their child support. Yeah, Cardell, that's true. Because you got, and it's sad, but you got some of these churches, they profit off of a lot of women's emotions. Some of these pastors, some of these congregations, they take advantage of these women that are vulnerable, you know, and that's the same way. And not all churches are like that. What's up, Enoble One? Thank you for coming in. Not all churches are like that, but that's what I'm telling all y'all in this chat room. For everybody who's just coming in, who wants to know what I'm talking about. I know I'm repeating myself a lot to everybody who was already here this morning, but I have to repeat myself because it's people that's just coming in and I don't want them lost to the message. I'm talking about these YouTube creators that are profiting off y'all emotions. You know, these black male commentators who have platforms that are all about dogging black women, talking bad about black women, because they know it's some scorned black brothers out there who love to hear negative stuff like that. They love to hear it. What's up, Dion? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you. That's my whole point. If I could give a prize to this brother in the room, he just said, I never trust people who don't hold me to my accountability. Thank you. That is the key word, accountability. And the problem is, you grown men, you grown women, y'all rather go to channels where people is going to lie to y'all and make you feel good about the dumb decisions you made. Like I said, you have these black male commentators that know it's a lot of black scorned brothers out there who can't stand black women, and he would intentionally make his channel all about hating black women because some of you bitter, broken brothers, y'all want to support him because you can't stand black women anyway, and it's only because you are taking your own negative experiences and you have allowed it to make you bitter, so you go support these brothers. And the same thing with you women. You broken, bitter, black women who have made bad decisions, and the type of men you chose, you want to do an all-female panel talking bad about black men. You want to sit up here and manipulate these other sisters who really need wisdom, who really need knowledge. You want to manipulate my other sisters and to believing that all black men ain't no good. No, the black men you chose ain't no good. Don't be sitting up here poisoning these other sisters and lying to them, tell them all black men ain't this, all black. No, your black man wasn't nothing. Don't sit up here and poison these young women who coming up in the world. They don't need to hear that mess. As black men and black women, we need to take accountability for the things that we have taken ourselves through, like Cornell says. We need to take accountability. You want to sit up here and give advice based on your own bitterness and anger. And I'm sick of these YouTube content creators doing that. Just because you had some bad experiences with black women, you want to go on these channels talking bad about black women. No, whatever black woman hurt you, bro, I don't know if it was your mama who gave birth to you and disappointed you. I don't know if it was you had sisters that was promiscuous and hoish, and you seen all kind of boys coming in and out your house, so you got a negative perception of black women based on the black women who you've been around. But you need to go check that. You need to go get some counseling. You need to go see a pastor. You need to do something about that instead of going around here holding all black women hostage to stuff you've gone through. And the same thing with you black women out here. Stop teaching these sisters the wrong message about black men because you was too promiscuous, because you was too gullible. Maybe you ain't had maybe your mother wasn't there for you as a black woman and you had to raise yourself. And maybe you made some bad decisions because your father wasn't in the home. But whatever personal issues you went through, do not poison the black community with your own negative experiences. I'm so tired of black people doing that. They want to get on these platforms and black men talking bad about the black women, the black women talking bad about the black men. Listen, keep your own personal bitterness to yourself. Now, it's going to be some content creators that are going to come in strong on you because I'm one of them. I go in strong on a lot of sisters. And a sister that is bitter, she's not going to take my content the right way. She's going to automatically get offended. You know why? Because she's bitter. She wants Mocha to give her content that's going to feed her stupidity. And over here, I'm not going to feed you stupidity. If you want an all-woman choir that's going to cheer you on. You want a praise team? Go to that all-woman live panel then, so she can keep lying to you. And guess what? You're never going to grow. Go to the channel. If you black men don't want to grow, you don't want to learn nothing different, go to the same brothers that's going to keep saying the same thing over and over, how black women ain't this, black women ain't that. You're not learning nothing. And the problem is, until you take accountability, like it was mentioned earlier, as Cornell stated, it don't matter what channel you support until you learn to change your ways and you change your outlook in life. It don't matter who you support. You're never going to grow. You're never going to prosper because of your own negative thinking. And let me tell you something, black women and black men, a lot of us, we hold ourselves back more than anything. We want to blame the community. We want to blame each other. We want to blame the white man, the government. A lot of us, we hold our own selves back. A lot of us could have been way further where we are, but because of our bitterness and our anger, and a lot of us are scorned. Some of you brothers are scorned. And I know your male ego won't let you admit that, because as a man, you got too much goddamn pride to say, let me tell you something, I'm hurt because my mother didn't love me. My mother didn't care for me. Or the woman that I made my wife, she cheated on me. A lot of you brothers are in pain and you walking around here being assholes because you have not dealt with your pain. Stop making these platforms attacking all these black women because you had some black women who didn't do you right. Stop taking that out on everybody, on all these other black women. And same thing with you sisters. Just because you had a few brothers who dogged you and ran through you and used you, stop coaching other black women out there. This negative stuff. Stop feeding them that. Oh, all black men ain't no good. All black men the same. No, you kept choosing the same black men. Don't come over here with that. You know, and it's too many sisters. Y'all love being lied to. Just because somebody say, we for black women. We all about black women. Y'all quick to go run and support them, and they ain't for you. They want you to donate. They need more subscribers. They be lying to y'all. I can sit up here. Let me tell you something. I could write a book about how much I hate black men. Do you know how many bitter black women will buy that book? I'll probably sell it off of Amazon in 2.3 seconds because we want somebody that's going to cater to our pain. We want somebody that's going to pamper our emotions. We don't want somebody that's going to keep it real and say, sis, get it together. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop throwing a pity party. Sis, why you keep picking up these type of dudes? What are you doing to attract this kind of men? We don't want another black woman to say that. We want a black woman to co-sign on our poor decisions. We want another sister that's going to say, girl, see, that's what I'm saying. All black men ain't nothing. All black women ain't all. We want somebody to co-sign on our negative perception, all because you are a hurt man, you are a hurt woman. And I'm gonna tell you something, if you are in this chat room and you are a hurt man, you are a hurt woman, do not let the enemy play with you. Do not let the enemy feed into your emotions, because that is how the enemy works. The enemy will attack you in the places where you are weak. Prompter man says, I fully expect to stumble into some of these big time, excuse me, online adversaries chopping it up in Vegas on Bahamas one day because they're more in common with each other than any of us. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate that. You have to go to places where you can grow. You don't want you don't always want a praise team. People that's going to praise you no matter how effed up your views are, no matter how stupid your views are. You want somebody that's going to keep cheering for you, clapping for you, and you think because somebody's cheering and clapping for you, they mean you well. Some people love to cheer and clap for you because they love to keep seeing you make a fool out yourself. Everybody's not supporting your brand for the right reasons. I will get ready to go into close in a little while, but I don't want the black community to be fooled. Black men, stop falling up behind these brothers that do these channels that's all about hating black women, because this brother may not have your best interests at heart. Because let me tell you how y'all know if somebody got your best interests. For instance, if I'm a real friend and you in a situation and you come to me and you say, Mocha, you know what? I'm going through some problems in my marriage. I'm going through some problems with my wife. I'm going through some problems with my husband. This is just an example. And I don't give you real solid advice. I don't tell you things like you need to communicate. You need to, y'all need to go to church together. Y'all need to spend more time together. If everything I'm saying is negative, if I'm up there saying, yeah, girl, that's why I'm not married, because men ain't no good. That's why it's better to be single. If I'm automatically going negative, you know why? I don't have your best interest. These YouTube content creators, if they have your best interest, they're going to give you advice that is going to grow. They're not going to keep feeding into your negative perspective. If you're coming to me as a Black woman and you saying, Mocha, I don't know why I'm having a hard time connecting with Black men. For some reason, I'm not connecting with Black men. I'm not doing you a service if I'm saying, you know why? Because all Black men ain't this. You need to date outside your race and you need to do this. I'm not helping you. If anything, I'm destroying you even more, because I'm feeding into the negative concept that you already have about Black men. How am I helping you? Same thing with you Black men. If you go to these channels and these Black men cannot talk to you like real men and say, you know what, brother, what is your problem? Why do you think you're not connecting with Black women? Do you have a problem communicating with a Black woman? Do you feel betrayed because of how your Black mother raised you? The problem is with these male commentators, they would not get down to the root of the problem as to why some of these Black men cannot connect with Black women. They just want to go in and pin it on the Black women and say Black women is effed up, Black women got issues. They will not get down to the root of the problem. And that is the problem with the Black community. We want to side with whoever the hell we feel like siding with. Whoever we against, we will support who we are against, but we will not get down to the root of the problem. How are we growing? How are we elevating? Because we're not digging down deep. It's easy to say, don't deal with Black men. Don't deal with Black women. No, we got to do some surgery on this. I need to know why you got such a problem against Black men before I tell you, F Black men. Don't deal with Black men. I need to know why you got a problem with it, because first of all, I need to know why, because I can't give you the right advice if I don't have a real foundation as to what caused you to get in a situation with the wrong type of Black men to begin with. And the same thing with you brothers out here. Same thing. Your fellow brother, he's not doing you no good, Black men. If he's up here telling you, hate Black women, date other women outside your race, first of all, he's not taking the time to understand what you went through. He need to understand what you have gone through first before he just run and tell you, oh, F Black women. He's not hearing you. You know why? Because he's not concerned about you. He wants to profit off of your pain. He wants to profit off of your emotions. He don't care what caused you to feel the way you do. Because if he cared about why you got so much animosity against Black women, he'll be sitting down and trying to understand you. They will be having these men call in. They will let y'all call in live and say, look, brother, I have a problem with Black women. Okay, why you got a problem with Black women? Well, I'm going to be honest. It was the way my mother raised me. It was the things I went through. It was the things I seen my sister do. I had a very promiscuous sister, screwing all kind of men. I witnessed her doing that as a child. These men, you know, these Black male commentators, you notice they don't ask y'all why y'all feel the way y'all feel. Do y'all notice that? They don't even ask y'all why y'all feel the way y'all feel, because they don't want to get down to the root of it. All they want is your donations, and all they want is your sympathy and your empathy. Black people, stop buying into these channels that are profiting off your emotions. Same thing with you Black ladies. Stop profiting from these Black sisters that got all these soft stories about what every Black man did to him, did to her, and how a Black man raped her, Black man used her. because she's not telling you everything. She's not telling you the whole story. She's only telling you the side that makes you want to sympathize with her. There's always more than one side to the story. So listen to the whole, and 9 times out of 10, these sisters not going to keep a 100 on these blogs. They're not going to tell you the stuff they have done. They're not going to tell you, I used to be a whore. I used to mess with all kind of married men. They're not going to be honest. They're just going to sit there and give you content and say, you know what? You don't need to deal with black men. And they're not going to tell you why black men ain't dealing with them. But they're going to tell you why you shouldn't deal with black men. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, I am so over it. I'm tired of these YouTube creators profiting off of my people's emotions. I'm sick of it. It's time for y'all to wake up, smell the coffee, be wise, stop buying into the lies. Ladies, stop buying into these pro-women male content creators who act like they love you, and because they call you queen, because they call you princess, or because they have other black women on their panels, that don't mean they are for you. They're trying to get more donations from you. They're trying to get you to bring more subscribers to their channel. That is what they're doing. I hope somebody learned from this content. Do not buy into the lies, ladies and gentlemen. Go to a channel that's going to help you grow. Go to a channel that's not all about your money. That's not all about you trying to make their brand look good. Because despite, contrary to what you may think, what has happened is these channels have become more about donations and subscribers. That's what it's all about. They don't want you to really learn from them. They don't want you to really grow or anything. And if you are gullible, and if you're not wise, you will fall into the trap of supporting these phony brothers and phony sisters who got these channels, these YouTube content creators, which I'm going to call YouTube content fakers. They're going to keep taking advantage of your weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? So stop letting these folks pamper y'all emotions, okay? Again, make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you have liked today's content and you've learned, because I'm more important about you learning than anything. If you choose to donate, fine. You choose not to donate, fine. That's not important to me. My thing is, I'm tired of us as black people wearing the blindfold. Let's stop wearing blindfolds and stop supporting these brothers and sisters that's co-signing on our emotions, that's profiting and making money and gaining popularities and likes and subscribers off your emotions. Okay, so on that note, y'all, it's been real, it's been awesome. I definitely want to thank all of my subscribers, those of y'all who have been rocking with me from the day I started this journey. I'm going into 2 years. My brand is definitely going strong. I definitely appreciate y'all for supporting me. Y'all been sending y'all friends here. Y'all been sending people to my channel. My channel has been growing phenomenally. And just keep in mind that the more my channel grows, the more I am growing, because it makes me realize that the more I keep feeding the word, feeding y'all wisdom and knowledge, that's letting me know I'm doing my job, you know. So again, I definitely want to support y'all. I thank y'all so much. And again, you know, don't be fooled by these content creators, okay? They don't have your best interests at heart, you know what I mean? So use your wisdom, use your knowledge, and use your common sense, okay? Know who's for you and know who is for your donations and who is for you subscribing, okay? In the words of Flavor Flav, don't believe the hype, okay? Don't believe the hype, y'all. Again, it is your girl, Lady Mocha. Don't forget to hit that like button before y'all exit out. And remember, I'm going to always pour you a cup of truth and break you off with a slice of knowledge. Love y'all, and I appreciate y'all so much. And again, it's been awesome, and I will see y'all again soon. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, okay? Take care. And thank you, Freelance, for not acting up. But I'm not going to thank you too soon, because you'll probably act up the next time. Take care, y'all. Love y'all, and I appreciate y'all. Have a blessed one.